Look, to everybody who does music, we got to be a little bit more conscious of what we put in our music. You know, the lyrics. Talking about Lil Yachty right now. He said, "Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd." He was on a live stream with PlaqueBoyMax, and we have to be a little bit more particular in terms of what we put in our songs. I heard Lil Yachty apologize. Steven Jackson came at him and said it was a weak line. But yeah, that sensitive situation where George was calling out for his mom when the officer had his knee on his neck, and then he ended up passing away. Definitely not the time to put that type of line in your song. He was previewing the song, and I heard the Breakfast Club play it, and Charlamagne gave Lil Yachty Donkey of the Day, rightfully so. Luckily, Yachty apologized for the lyric, and hopefully he takes it out of that song before he releases it. Yeah, you can't say, "Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd." And this is not a matter of, okay, enough time has passed. Enough time will never pass for that. And I'm sure anybody who does music will agree. You got to think twice, three times about certain lines you want to put in your music. This definitely was not the time for that. And I think Lil Yachty realizes that right now, and he'll be more careful in the future. I'm all down for freedom of expression. Music is art, but it's just certain lines we can't cross. Even in a joke as a comedian, they can get called out too when they say stuff about people who are no longer here, and you want to put that in the joke. Same thing with the music. So that line was definitely out of line. When I heard it in the song, I was like, "Oh, whoa, yeah, that's not going to fly. That's not what's up." You got to have respect. Rest in peace to George Floyd. That never should have happened. But we definitely don't need to put these type of lyrics in the song. It kind of makes light of the situation and what happened. Switch something else around, but don't say that or anything similar to it. It's just very insensitive. The Floyd family was told about the lyric, and they said they wanted it removed. So, like I said, Lil Yachty, he was previewing the track on PlaqueBoy Max's live stream. And so, hopefully the final version of the song does not have that. I think he will take it down. He apologized, so I don't expect to hear that line in the finished version. And so to anybody out there doing music, including Yachty himself, take this as a teachable moment. Watch what you put in your songs. You can still make great music without being disrespectful, insensitive, and especially with a case like this and what happened to George Floyd. Definitely wrong time, not right at all. So just take that into consideration, and just have respect for those who have passed away. Still continue to do your art and create, but we just have to be a little bit more cautious. It may sound good at the time while you in the studio, you making the beats, and you in your zone, everybody is vibing. But listen to the track first and decide before you even let it get out to the public, even with a preview, like Yachty was doing. That way you don't get this type of backlash, and you don't come off as being insensitive or anything like that. So that's all I was coming to say on that. And let's just be more careful in the lyrics we write for all those out there who do music, and take this as a teachable moment. This is definitely not the place not the type of publicity that you want. You don't want this type of attention on you for coming off as looking like you don't care about a very sensitive incident, a sensitive subject that concerns George Floyd. And You know, again, condolences again to his family for what happened to him and everything that they've had to go through. And so, I know it's still probably a painful subject for them. And then to have this type of lyric in the song that definitely just opens some wounds. So I'm glad again Lil Yachty did apologize. Steven Jackson called him out on it, which was great, holding him accountable. So I think he should know better now and then just be a little bit more careful going forward as he continues to do his music. That's all. And let me know down in the comments what you all think about that line and what he said that I said earlier in the video. Was it over the top? I think it was. Or if you have a different opinion and you think we taking it too serious, let me know down in the comments as well. Because my comment section is, all opinions are welcome. What do you all think about the lyric? I don't know if you've heard the preview of the song. It's on the internet. The Breakfast Club has a snippet of it too, and I'm sure you all can find it. And so, again, I don't agree with what was said, but you all may disagree with me, and that's fine too. Let me know down in the comments. Send any topics or videos you want me to discuss to cregier.mj@gmail.com. That's CREGIER.mj@gmail.com. It'll also be down in the description of this video as always. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, Facts of Feelings, all one word, no spaces. Put that in the YouTube search, Facts of Feelings, no spaces. Just Facts of Feelings, and my channel comes right up. And other than that, let's be more careful when we out here putting words together for music, if you do music, or even if you're just making commentary on something. But in this case, it's a song, and we know music is powerful. The influence that it has, makes people cry, makes people fight, makes people sit down, makes people reflect. Makes you want to go outside, makes you want to stay inside. Music does so much. So we got to be careful with these lines. And you see the backlash you can get, like with Lil Yachty, if you step out of line with what you think sounds like a good idea while you got your pen in your pad, or however you write your music, whether you rap or sing. Be careful with what you put down on that piece of paper and then get in that booth to record. Other than that, I'm out. Lil Yachty, thanks for apologizing, and rest in peace, George Floyd.